power glue while you're at it to try to fix it with a ghetto style. But RRQ, Joy, Fanny, and what do they ban next? Do they go for the Ling again? I mean, at this point, they're up against Ray, a very good assassin player. Might as well take everything away from him, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do exactly what you did in game 1.
And it seems like it's also in the books of DEWA United, right? With the first phase bans, nothing has changed. So Claude, Paquito, and Uranus. So will they, though, change their pros in that first pick? First game, Terizla. I think they should switch things up here.
I hope
maybe
so.
you just replay game 1.
That's fine too. If you want to go home early.
Wow, if it ain't broke, if it's broke, don't fix it.
Don't. Terizla, boom, there you go. They might add a little bit of change, the super glue that they need to kind of fix it a little bit so it can be used this draft. But RRQ, it's still a clean sheet for that game, man. Might as well go for the same thing. They went for what? Cho Fredrin?
They will pick Fredrin again, but I don't know about
Beatrix. Fred Beatrix.
Yes, because I think DEWA can totally take the Beatrix in the second phase.
Or they might just change it. Might as well, right? Go for Kadita, maybe? Nope. Cho and Fred. Okay. Welcome to game 1 of RRQ versus DEWA United.
Rematch.
A little bit of a deja vu indeed. Now I hope DEWA United change their approach here.
Please pick Beatrix.
Lancelot.
Okay.
Please.
Kadita.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch here. Maybe. Oh, there you go. That's the super glue. That's the thing that can change. Yves. Good answer to the Beatrix, and it's also taking it away. So they're kind of setting up maybe for their own Clint pick again.
Okay. So no Yves for Clay this time. But then again, there's still that Kadita, right? Which can be utilized. Cho. Oh no, they will not prio a hero for Clay. Instead, they will secure an Irithel first. Now they can just wipe 2 heroes of Marksman to take it away. In the hands of what?
It's that instant adaptation from RRQ, right? With the Yves being picked up from DEWA, they're like, all right, maybe this time around Beatrix not as worth it. Let's go for something like the Irithel, who even if, let's say, the Beatrix does get left open, it's fine. It's a good matchup anyway as we enter the second phase. And there you go, Brody was the choice of ban from RRQ.
With the Brody ban here, that is probably the only hero that Irithel kind of struggles with in the laning phase. You go up against a carry, against a Beatrix, it's all good. And yeah, I think they might not want to go for the Beatrix ban later on.
No.
They can just go for, well, RRQ banned Irithel and Brody last game. But now I think it might be good to take away maybe the Kaja. Take away the Kaja from DEWA, something that can lock the mobile heroes that RRQ have right now. And then it should be a pretty smooth road.
Maybe. They can go for that. DEWA United still discussing, but it's not gonna be the Rome. It's gonna be the EXP here, seeing that, yeah, Irithel very vulnerable for going up against the Yuzong. So let's just, well, Yves rather, very weak going up against the Yuzong. They're setting up a weak backliner as well.
Ooh, right? That's the question. Because obviously with the Yuzon being banned, you'd immediately think, okay, maybe something like the Beatrix is what they're setting up for the side of DEWA. But do they really want to go that route? It feels like RRQ is setting it up, but no, they go for the Beatrix ban. So they won't let it go.
No. I think they know Watt is just uncomfortable with the heroes off the meta. I think the Brody, Beatrix, Claude, and maybe the Irithel. I haven't seen him on an Irithel for a long time. But yeah, in MDL even, when he was still in GPX, he played with the Beatrix, Brody, Claude, and Moskov, actually. So with these heroes off the board, with the Moskov completely out of the meta, I think RQ just want to nail him down. There's a Farsa ban here. Gives a good opening for a Kadita pick for RRQ. Against the Yves, that is a good pick.
I like it. It gives them burst, it gives them dive. It gives them a little bit more pick-off if they want to commit onto that. That can also combo in with Naomi on the Cho. And back to the Watt discussion. The only heroes that he's played, other than the heroes that are clearly already banned or taken, would be the Carry, the Leslie, and the Wanwan. Clearly Wanwan not so great going against the Irithel. Leslie is also quite bad against the dive and the mobility coming in from the Irithel, so that leaves only one hero, Carry.
Carry does horrible up against the Irithel here. The Irithel is going to bully the Carry a lot. Similarly to, I think, what we saw earlier, right? The Irithel matchup against the Carry. Game 1, Alter Ego Aura, where Kabuki did not get a solid lane up against that Irithel. The Kufra comes through. Oh!
Your favorite hero.
Favorite hero indeed, but it isn't my personal choice here up against RRQ and their composition. RRQ are not going to be clumping up much, man. Looking at their comp, they're going to be maneuvering and attacking from different angles. And even then, the only thing, well, you can cancel the Oddity and the Jikundo with your go away, but the lane against Irithel is not a lane that is good for the Melissa. Now RRQ, honestly, they can just go for something like a Lapu. It would work. Or Arlet.
Or something crazy from Banana. Benedetta. Can it work? Going up against a Melissa.
Go away takes it out.
I think Arlet is better, but for if you just want to clear, have better mobility, then the Terizla, then Benedetta would work. But no, they go for the safer pick. They go for the Lapu in for Banana. That is one of his comfort heroes from way back when.
Hooey mama. This
That,
is the second game.
it truly is. Are you hyped about it?
Very hyped. Potentially the last game of leg 1 is upon us.
It is, and it might go a 2-0 for RRQ.
Whoa, wait.
DEWA do not fix their
Taz?
execution. What's Taz doing there?
Is this a sign, perhaps? Taz, do you want to join RRQ?
Taz Farewell Evo is coming up.
Wow. I think he's just with his girlfriend, who is an RRQ player.
Who's his girlfriend?
Ash.
Oh, that's sweet.
MPL date.
MPL date indeed. Let's see the spell check now. Pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary here.
All right, yeah. I guess Melissa's going for Inspire. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn of game number 2 between DEWA United and Rex Regum Kaon. Remember the stakes here, ladies and gentlemen. DEWA severely need these points if they want to give themselves a bigger chance to make it to the playoffs. Week number 4, half-season points. RRQ, not much to lose at this point.
Look at this, the start, though. It is still the same start that RRQ decides to go for, sending the mid laner into the XP. And I think for the matchup against Terizla especially, this is really good because Lapu will have a tough time clearing out that lane. Terizla will definitely bully the Lapu. And even last game against the Yuzong will definitely get pressured back with the first wave. So I think this maneuver is amazing by RRQ. Good adaptation, and Kaze gets chunked.
Oh, good catch on towards Kaze, which will not force him on the flicker just yet. But it seems like Fursic will claim the lead though. But take a look at Lancelot already. Very fast there, invading the camps of Fursic.
He's looking for preemptive movements right now. I think he understands the rotations coming in from Fursic already, and therefore are looking at ways around it to mirror it, to get a little bit more value right before that turtle does spawn. But up until this point, you're right, Watt, a little bit behind in terms of that gold and EXP.
Yeah, as a Melissa player, I've played so many Melissa games, and I always banned Claude back in the day. But people have found another hero that does well against the Melissa, and it is the Irithel, actually. So even then, before the buff, the Irithel does really good against the Melissa. So now with the buffs, yeah, the Irithel will also outscale, I think, in terms of damage. And he'll have a better time dealing damage. RRQ, very mobile. Melissa needs to get some AoE damage in to be really valuable. And right now, Skylar's taking the lane real slow. He wants to punish for every minion taken.
He truly does. Fursic, however, already starting that next turtle, that first turtle. Leo Murphy already setting up for his team. Let's see.
Flicker penalty zone on towards Fursic.
Wow.
But he still will claim the turtle. Dixon now caught in a 2v1 situation, but it seems like Keys and Leo Murphy will be able to hover around and force RRQ to back off.
You know, I watched some MLBB content
Okay.
from Hero is God.
Okay.
And he was analyzing an RRQ game. I think at the time it was against Evil's Legends. But what he was able to observe was the fact that Naomi is kind of like a roamer vlogger. He goes around, he tries to mirror Leo Murphy here as he gets a good pick. Wait a minute.
Catch on towards Clay. What? Let's see the purple. Who gets it? Now the Prince's Wrath will caught Ray in the mix. But it seems like now DEWA United will lose their jungler. First blood falls to the hands of the Kings of Kings.
And there it is, that vlogger mindset coming in from Naomi. Usually he tries to mirror, he looks for the roamers that are usually the anchor towards his team, and in this case it's Leo Murphy. And with that he's able to give more information towards his team, like what we saw earlier on converge in that purple buff fight.
Gotta give props to him, man. I think it's a very good term to utilize here for Naomi. Yeah, you're right. He is a vlogger. He's always up in your face, very annoying, always giving information and recording everything that's going on, because that's information for the rest of the team. We mentioned this. He's kind of like he's screening, right? That's the other term that you would use. And he punishes.
Yeah, where Dragon will be able to alley-oop Leo Murphy to Skylar, which claims the kill. Now, take a look at top side. Watt still heavily pressured. Seems like no response. DEWA United, they're behind 2,500 gold.
It doesn't look like they really know what they're trying to go for. They don't know exactly what their game plan is. We looked at DEWA United and we were like, okay, this is a very Watt-centric team, but even with that being said, there's not really much backup coming in from Watt, or not even emphasis onto their winning lane in Dixon. So just quite confusing, and I think maybe they're also confused themselves.
Perhaps, right? This is going to be the second turtle in the game, which heavily favors RRQ. What will DEWA United do here? Can they contest? Leo Murphy charges, catches Banana, doesn't pop the rage just yet. Seems like here, Versick will comfortably secure the second neutral objective.
Oh, Melissa's going to be dove on here. Yes, go away.
Well, go away pops as well. Banana though, oh, it's just too much. Good night, Watts, as RRQ claims another kill here. Minute 5, oh, a catch. Real manipulation popped as well, as Skylar is going to be the casualty there. Good response. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
It's a 1-for-1 trade, but I think it's still worth it for RRQ here, knowing that I think Watts has lost much more gold there, and he's still level 6, so Skylar is already in a winning matchup. He gets back there, he's just going to bully Melissa again, but Melissa needs to survive as much as you can try to. Basically, Naomi, ooh, didn't go for the way of the dragon then. Dodges away from Leo Murphy. Oh, Fersic, what? What? Solo kill?
That's crazy.
What?
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
I have no idea, but that is not supposed to happen, Ray. Must have missed a puncture to be punished like that.
This is not looking good already. 5 minutes in.
No.
Look at the rotations. 3 men already. Eve, though, will come to cover. Spots Naomi. It seems like no. RRQ. They know discipline. They will just back
It's
away.
only been 6 minutes.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes. And this is how RRQ have been playing around. Not necessarily that many fights or skirmishes going on. They're playing the macro. That turret on the bottom side taken down. They have 3,000 gold to work around over DEWA United, and constantly just pressure in the jungle. And there you go. Leo Murphy gets taken out. How?
Oh, it's just an onslaught, right? And again, they're still maintaining pressure. Top side will be cleared though, but the Way of Dragon will not be able to connect just yet, as the go away was popped by Watt. It seems like here, both teams just hovering, waiting, but it seems like it's all for RRQ.
It's so chaotic, but every time there's a fight, it always favors RRQ, because it just feels like their positioning and their timing is phenomenal, right? They always are fighting to set something up. It never is one-dimensional where they only are looking for a kill. When they go up top, it's to set up a bottom wave push that we saw exactly from Banana earlier to bait some of the members. And even here, what?
It's a 1v3, and he's able to catch one. He's used the flicker to go away. The play will be there to somehow try to pick off Watt, perhaps. It's not really connect, but Banana, that last big Lapu. Wow,
But even then, RRQ managed to get another neutral objective. So as you were saying, these are collapsing really well with one another, just like dominoes. It's quite amazing to witness, actually. And look at now, they're trying to translate it into this mid-side turret. Versik not really giving too many cares in the world, going under turret, receiving that damage from Kaze, who up until this point is also not dealing the damage that we expect him to.
Despite Watt being so far behind, though, I will have to say his farming is impeccable. The fact that he's up against so many of these counter picks and he's still able to get DHS before the 8th minute, that is impressive, man. I would be so... I'd be 0-5 at this point, man. That's crazy. It's very, very impressive as a Melissa player myself. But again, it doesn't change the fact.
Ray in the middle of recalling. He was caught.
Oh, man.
And he was trapped. There's no way. There's no room for him to escape. Another kill added to the board of RRQ.
You can see the laughter as well, the smug face of Versik as he got the vision to get that kill. And now he's just laughing at Ray. He's having a blast. Genius one as well for Clay. And now, even an anti-Curus. DEWA have no answers. Even if they find a good team fight, even if they find a good all-in, they do not have any of the resources necessary to take these frontliners down. And it will always be a proper front-to-back for DEWA. Looking at their comp. Again, it all lies on Leo Murphy if he can find a good pick.
Oh, good stun. Bravest Fighter popped. Leo Murphy now still soaking damage. It seems like he will use the flicker to get out of the Appraisal's wrath. Oh, Wave Dragon, wrong way though. It seems like DEWA United still here intact with 5 before the Lord.
And all these towers are just falling down like flies. RRQ holding a 7,000 gold lead already. And if vision is anything but important, DEWA United have none. Look at the way that Naomi and Clay are constantly posturing, constantly just in the enemy jungle, giving vision, not allowing Ray to have any space in the world. Even if he wants to look for a contest, he's level 10 compared to Versik, who is level 13 already. That's how far behind they are. So 2 times in a row, Ray has picked up the Lancelot. 2 times he goes for killing spree, and 2 times there is literally no reward for it.
Don't forget the final 2 times he went for full damage. War Axe building towards more damage here. And RRQ are just, again, spacing really beautifully. Taking the siege with Versik sandwiching and zoning DEWA from the turret. Banana!
Oh, Bravest Fighter towards the back to zone them away out of the tier 2. Which will be successful as the last tier 2 will fall. Lord, though, will be marching top side. Let's see, RRQ, will they pull the trigger? Seems like they're taking their time. Leo Murphy charges in the back, catches Versik with the rage as well. This might be it. Versik gets taken down. Real Revelation popped as well. Clay trying desperately to escape as he is able to with the cover of Naomi. And it's just going to be a kill for DEWA United.
That's value. That's so much value for RRQ. You might say, Mirko, Versik got slain. It doesn't matter. They got 3 tier 2s, and Versik's only just a utility jungler who can risk his life, who can actually sacrifice himself for the greater good of RRQ, and there's no shutdown. If that was Banana, different story. I think especially if the kill went to Watt or Kaze, if Banana was shut down, it would have been pretty value for DEWA. But again, RRQ knows their limits. They know what to trade with, and they are very good at the calculation game here as to who they sacrifice or who they even put in a risky spot. And I think it's because they just think clear and think fresh with head and shoulders.
On top of that, there's also no neutral objectives for Versik to be present for.
Yeah.
So that's even more value for RRQ in that sense. And DEWA United, maybe they need to start, learning that, right? Getting picks for certain reasons, not just KFF. As once again, RRQ looking for just way more pressure on the board. Real-time win probability here by the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, Z Flip 5 is in favor for RRQ, 64%.
I think it should be a bit more than that. If it was me personally, I think it might be 90-10 at this point. That's how far it is for RRQ. They have every answer that DEWA can, there's all the questions that DEWA can ask, all the threats, it can all just be answered by RRQ right now. They have all the right disengage as well. You can see that.
Good escape, good deflection there by Clay. Now Leo Murphy pops the flicker, loses immortal as well to extend, and Leo Murphy will be taken out. Now take a look at Skylar, free hitting towards Keys, finds the double as well. Nasty Irithel, and now Dixon will not be able to find anything, but it seems like it's going to be a trade, a 2-for-1 for RRQ.
And literally no Lord, no nothing, and yet they get an inhibitor turret. How unfortunate is that for DEWA United right now? And again, they collapse perfectly with 2 members taken out, taking that Lord for free. And I think the idea for DEWA United Esports as to why they picked up the Melissa is to try and find a good synergy with the combo of the penalty zone. But up until this point, Dixon has not been able to find that just groundbreaking penalty zone.
Yeah.
And I think, is Watt like lacking damage? Is there no follow-up? What's going on?
I'm sorry, I saw Pirsic hit a wall, but yeah.
It's okay, we didn't see that.
He went for Wind of Nature. That's why I actually sighed earlier, before the fight, because he went for Wind of Nature here. I mentioned 8-minute DHS. He could have actually finished the Golden Snap by the 11th or 12th minute if he went for that. Maybe even earlier, considering he got the 8th-minute DHS. But yeah, he severely lacks damage here because he hasn't even hit that power spike. This could have been maybe one more kill for DEWA if Watt had that. Golden Snap, but I think that's slow and steady wins the race. RRQ are not in a race that they can even lose, so might as well go in. Whoa. Good immortality stop, but he's gonna get gunned down.
Man, that's a GDS for you. Insta damage, insta critical already. The backside. Naomi, Way of Dragon, Wind of Nature now popped by Watt as well, as he is still able to stay in the game. Golden Staff secured 10,000 gold, 11,000 almost. Gold leader.
Luckily for that go away though, right? Because that could have ended way worse for DEWA United earlier on. That clutch discipline on the trigger towards that ultimate. Beautiful. Life-saving, but that's exactly the threat that RRQ has right now. And with the Golden Staff now, can DEWA United go for a sigh of relief?
Nope.
Still no.
No. I think they reached it a bit too late because that's the main reason here. If they reached the Golden Staff earlier in the 11th minute, now it will be a Malefic Roar. And then I would say, yes, there would be a lot of threats to the front line of RRQ. But because he went with the nature, which is completely understandable, but he definitely still lacks that damage, that front line shredding presence. And oh my god, Irithel being a 5,000 gold ahead. I think you can just sell the Rapid Boots at this point. Yeah, you won't be as, as immune to slows, but you deal more damage. I think an item that he can swap out. Swift? No, I think just more damage. Just pure damage, I would say. DHS would be pretty solid, I think.
Do you not think that she needs the extra movement speed to kite away from Ray?
I don't think he really needs it. He has just been, roaming around, waiting for that front line. Similarly to how Nino was playing it against full glass cannon.
Full glass cannon. They're once again going for something risky other than the builds. You can see Naomi, as well as a Skylar. They're waiting for their prey. This is. You can feel just that intensity of this Lord fight.
Yeah, they call him before the storm. Conceal play! Good catch on towards Ray. That secures it. Pirsic will claim the Lord. And take a look at DEWA United Esports. They will not want business. Ray taken down. Now Lord, take a look at the timing as well. Perfect timing. Now the Ray will not be able to join and defend.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's inevitable up until this point. This 2-0 end is imminent. RRQ showing dominance here.
Oh, take a look at that. As Watts will be taken down and one by one. It's a manhunt. DEWA United will not be able to defend. What's a king to a god does not apply in MLBB as RRQ, the Kings of Kings, manages to find DEWA United in a sweep.
They didn't just find DEWA United. They found them, they dragged them out just like in Taken.